Old man waiting deportation. Oh my. Oh, there's someone still waiting to chat with this old coffin dodger. When people get older, they can catch pneumonia just by having a sip of water. My aching throat. Are you alright? They've already given me the meds, so I'll just rest and recover. Oh, what are you doing here? Is it really strange for criminals waiting for repatriation by the Sky-Scaring Commission to be waiting here? I'm Battuta. I used to be a judge in the Climic Republic. My side hustle was a travel writer. I just want to chat with you. I thought people nowadays are just a bunch of heartless savages. Let's talk. Maybe you can learn something from my short life. What kind of country do you come from? My homeland. The Klimlit Republic is a great nation. We have vast territory, an efficient government, honest officials, and an upstanding people. The Klimlit Republic was said to be made from nothing but a Kavili the Trailblazer when they established the Star Rail, leading my ancestors on their path of exile to the ever-summer paradise. In gratitude for their kindness, my ancestors selected warriors and embarked on trailblazing expeditions to transform dead worlds into living ones. About a millennia has passed since its foundation. I've already seen 17 star systems with a vast territory and rich products. That's why our nation needs someone like me, a judge. Many planets exist in ecological environments different from this one. And so the Prime Minister and Council, and that is our government, needs judges like me to help ratify laws and regulations tailored to each of the different local conditions. When I was 20, I graduated from the Royal Academy of Law, becoming a Doctor of Law at 24. A year later, I passed the qualification examination to become a judge. I can still remember the Prime Minister at the time, Madam Weissner, awarding me a medal and encouraging me to dedicate my life to the people in the motherland, just like her. How energized I was back then. The moment Weissner placed that medal on me, I felt like a carefree kid again, never to be tired again. That fantasy of vitality was so strong. It was only 20 years ago, when attending the state funeral of Madame Weissner, that I realized for the first time that all this would happen to me one day. Too old to handle official duties, too weak to handle continual interstellar travel, and ultimately lie here helpless on a hospital bed, desperately counting all the things I should have done, but didn't. All those people I should have seen, but hadn't. That has twisted me into the kind of person I hate most. The kind who's loyal to their desires and gives no second thoughts to breaking the law. You mentioned you used to be a travel writer? I used to be a travelogue writer. Before coming to Zhangshao, I traveled all over the galaxy, experiencing all the customs and peoples in different star systems. I recorded these travel experiences in truth, put them into print, and immediately aroused enthusiastic responses. Actually, I have no misgivings. It's not due to any beautiful prose of mine, but rather because Klimit has always been like that. any non-fiction writing is enough to rouse impressed readership. The late Madame Weissener once said, "Whosoever has measured the soils of the motherland with their feet is willing to spoil their blood there." What she said was true. I've seen new cities rise on the richest planets. I've worked with nomadic herders on the poorest planets. I've seen the sun rise or set every planet in my home system, and also the ebb and flow of every tide. In places where disasters rage rampant, I've fought against the local beasts with the farmers. In frontier worlds, I've somehow survived combat against anti-magic legion. But all I've seen is still a drop in the ocean. My journey is not yet complete, but I will die soon with regrets. Am I greedy for longevity? Yes, but I'm greedier for the calling of a traveler. It's over. It's all over. And so you came to Lufo to experience longevity? You really are a quick one, aren't you? But please, let me start at the beginning. When I was in my early 30s, I once went to see the late Madame Weissener. I told her I was going to run for Prime Ministry. I was still young back then, brimming with exuberance. But Madame Weissener shook her head and told me, "It's still early to go to the human world first." And then I went to the human world, and I saw the field hospitals on the front lines lacking doctors and medicine. I saw the farmers of the desert struggling to survive. I saw that not every young girl out there got to experience a fair life. I made a lot of promises back in those days, and I've been fighting to keep them to this day. But then I woke up from a long dream, only to discover that I could no longer walk. Wait until you're old, and you'll find that your body is like an old grandfather clock that's gone wrong. At first you think it just needs some oil, and the gears wear out, and the mainspring loosens, and the pendulum loses its accuracy. People are just like monkeys riding on a unicycle trying to juggle. While hurrying to catch those 3 balls up in the air, you still have to keep stepping on those pedals to spin the wheel and maintain balance. I'm old, somewhat confused, but I remember every promise well. I'm afraid I'll never have time to fulfill them. That's why I've come to Shengqiao, because I had to be here. This is the only place where I can fight the ravages of time. I should go. You go then. Don't waste your time here any longer with a criminal.